Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. Hi. Oh my God. Hi, everybody. I know this is a different setting. Oh, take these glasses off. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Can you let me know if you hear me okay? Because I didn't set up everything today. I'm literally set up in my nail room. This is where I work. So this is why I decided to do it, because I don't feel like setting all of that up. When I'm done, I'm going to fix dinner. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go to the gym, get it right, get it tight. And so I just didn't feel like it. Okay, I got a lot going on. So I said, why not just set it up there? You got the ring light and everything going. So how is everyone doing today? Can I pull this a little closer? Let me see. Not really. Not really. So I guess I can scoot a little closer, because I hadn't been on. I know I went crazy. I was going online like every other day. And then it's like, okay, you can't just stop. It was my birthday though. So I had a good little birthday weekend. Did me a little staycation here. Okay, good. You all can hear. Okay, good. So we got Almeda here. Hey, you say you love this educational channel. Do your thing, Chicago. I'm trying. Thank you for coming. Hey, Keep It Nutty. How are you? Hey, Marlene. Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy be posting, y'all. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Lexi. How are you? Liz, you said you can hear how I'm doing good. Like I said, I just came off a birthday weekend, and I said, you know what, you got to get a case study out. So thank you, Polished by Shell. So I'm like, okay, you got to go and do this case study because it's going on in the middle of the week, and you haven't done one. So these are my reading glasses, y'all. I told you I'm old, and this is my hair. I took my braids down, said I'm gonna let my hair breathe for a minute, gave myself a little relaxer. And I clipped my ends, but they really need to be clipped way more than I did, but whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna go work out. Put this up in a ponytail and get it in, honey. But anyway, like, thank you. I'm not gonna hold everyone long today, but you know I say that every week. Let me see if I can. Let me do this. I think that helps some because that had a little glare on it. So I think what I want to do is I want to get right into the case study. So today's case study is what goes around. And it's very straightforward. I'm going to play it twice because I noticed that some people say they can't really hear. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing this off my phone today. That's why you keep seeing me reach forward because I'm doing everything off my phone. So here it goes.
Hi, Chicago. Thank you for choosing my case study. Should I feel some type of way because I have a client, I have been doing her on and off for about 3 years, and she just reappeared, and it looks like she's been going to someone else. And I don't know, I just feel some sort of way when people come to me and then they disappear, and then I see them online, I see them on social media, and they have all these different, nails on from other places, apparently, and then they come back to me. I do feel some type of way, so should I feel some type of way?
One more time.
Hi, Chicago. Thank you for choosing my case study. Should I feel some type of way because I have a client, I have been doing her on and off for about 3 years, and she just reappeared, and it looks like she's been going to someone else. And I don't know, I just feel some sort of way when people come to me and then they disappear, and then I see them online, I see them on social media, and they have all these different, nails on from other places, apparently, and then they come back to me. I do feel some type of way, so should I feel some type of way?
Okay. So there you have it. It's very simple, straightforward. And the name of this case study is what goes around. So basically, this person, this nail tech, is seeing her client of 3 years go someplace else. She's been doing it for 3 years, but it's like she'll go somewhere else and she'll be on social media, and she's like this with work that she didn't do. And then she comes back in her chair like nothing happened. And she's saying she feels some type of way, and it keeps happening, I guess. And so she's like, should I feel some type of way? Is it wrong for me to feel some type of way? What do you think? So I said, okay, this will be a really good case study. So I'm going to see what you think, right? So here we go. We're going to go right into the questions. Hi, Tori. Hi, Nails by Kay. So we're going to go right into the questions here. I already have them pulled up. I have to prepare for these case studies, right? So here is the first. Let me see. Okay, so here is the first question. Are you bothered when your client goes to another nail tech? Why or why not? Are you bothered when your client goes to another nail tech, why or why not? And then I'm going to give you a few seconds. Please just tell me why or why not when you say yes or no. You know, it doesn't have to be a paragraph. Just let me know why or why not. Okay. Okay, so we have Nails by K said, don't take it personal, in my opinion. Okay. Hey, Artina, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. So you're saying that you don't take it personally. Okay. Nails by K said, I'm not bothered. It's just the nature of the business. Okay. And you said no, keeping that because it's their money. Okay. I was just wondering, like, you don't feel no type of way at all? Like if you see them on social media, you don't feel like it. You don't feel, come on, let's be real. Let's be real here. You don't feel like, you don't clutch your pearls just a little bit. None of you all are so mature. Really? You said, I'm not bothered, but I do be curious as to why. Okay. You said A1, no, it's their money. Okay. Then Nails by K said, but I just don't like the nice nasty. So is it nice nasty? I'm just asking. So do you feel like it's kind of being nice nasty? These are good conversations here. Is it being nice nasty when someone goes to someone else and you see them online or whatever? Do you think that sometimes low key that they're like kind of low key trying to stunt on you? Like, I don't know. You said it depends. I shouldn't be, but real clients are loyal. So certain so-called clients are chair hoppers looking for the best deal. Nails by K said, okay, I do lose a little respect. That's how I'm like, this is a safe place. We're discussing the real, honey. Like, how do we really feel? We human. We human. Just don't come back to me chewed up. And that's why I thought this would be a good case study, because she's like, this person is conflicted. They're like, I feel some type of way. I can't help it. Should I feel some type of way? Like, should I? And it's just like, do you consider that person like cheating on you? Like, what? How do you feel? So I'm going to move on to the next question, right? It's funny how people, you know, I haven't had a case study yet where everyone said the exact same thing. Not everyone thinks alike. Let me pull up the next question. Please be patient with me because, you know, I'm doing this off my phone today. So here is the next question. Do you tell her or him, but it's usually her, do you tell her your true feelings? If so, how? So do you tell her your true feelings? If so, how do you do it? How do you do it if you tell her your true feelings? So I'm going to give you all 30 seconds. Don't be shy. It's no right or wrong answers. These case studies, like I said, are helpful for people who are new to the industry. And if you're in the industry for so long, you're going to run into every scenario, every case study. You're going to run into some form or fashion of the things we talk about. So there are no right or wrong answers. It's just to see how other people think who are actually in it. So let's go. How do you feel? Okay, let's see. I'm not all zhuzhed up today, you guys. I'm like, I just feel so naked. It's crazy how nowadays I feel weird just wearing my own hair. I feel bald. when you wear weaves so much, you wear wigs and stuff, it's like you feel like you don't have any hair, especially after you put a relaxer in it. Like it just feels like it's no hair on my head. But anyway, just don't come back to, okay, I read that. You said, I don't feel bad because I know I don't do everything. So if someone wants something I don't do, it's whatever, you know? Okay. And I definitely feel that because I don't do everything. I will tell you though that I recently, quick story. I went to the beauty supply yesterday because I was up that way. I was coming from downtown on my staycation, and I got in my car and I said, while you up this way, you need to go to the beauty supply store. And I had a little list. It was just 3 little things, like an art brush. It was like 3 little things that was under $10. And I ended up spending $450 something. And this is why I tell people, like, feel no type of way about what you charge if for the work that you do. If it's good work, feel no type of way, because we spend so much money. Because you know why I ended up spending that much? A lot of it was on spring colors. Spring colors, because I got new colors, but you know, I'm like, wow, I got to get some more. I feel like purple is about to come back in, different variations of purple. And like last summer, yellow was the color. I feel like this summer it's going to be oranges. So I had to get some oranges and some purples, you know, whatever. And so a lot of the money that I spent was on polish and gel. But I ended up spending $450, and I only got 2 things off the little $10 list that I wanted to get. So it's just crazy because I'm looking down here at the bags. I haven't even unpacked them. They are sitting on the floor. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can see. Can you see? They're sitting, the bags are literally sitting on the floor because I just was so pissed, but I had to do it because that's the cost of doing business. And I just came in and threw the bags in the room. Like, I don't even want to look at it. But you have to get new stuff. So, yeah. So you said this happened to me today, and she's a dentist, and she claimed she could never reach me. Yes, it's reasons why. It's always reasons why. She said she could never reach you. Okay. Hold on, I'm reading. You said, absolutely not. But I do let her know she is more than welcome to read books, and she can never get a spot. Yeah, this is going to happen. You be feeling like this person is locked down to me. And not everybody is your version of locked down. No, I wouldn't say anything. Okay, Lauren, I'm not doing that type of client right now. I'm doing that type of client right now. Yeah. It's an addiction. If you talk about shopping, it's an addiction. But really, when the seasons change, you got to keep buying colors. You know, it's like if you are a nail tech and you really in this and you have a clientele, you got to keep buying colors all the time because clients get bored, and you don't ever want them to come start looking at your board and your board, which is all of your colors. So I'll show you really quickly. Like, I don't know if you can see what you can see there, but you know, you have to be able to show them different colors. So it's something on that wall too. But you have to always be upgrading and updating your color selection. Even if you feel like it's nothing left to buy, you got to just keep buying. You just have to. You said no, but I do point out the rings of fire. The chop shop gave my clients sad. Hey, Beauty. You said I would tell them it's fine. Just make sure they take care of you. Right. You said I will. I will say, who did your nails? I will too. Yeah, OPI is $17 a bottle. And it's funny because I do have some OPI in there. OPI. Because OPI has some colors that nobody can duplicate. I don't know what they're doing, but between them and Morgan Taylor and OPI, they have colors that nobody is duplicating. Not quite. You said if I was feeling some way about it, I would ask probing questions to see why the client went to the other tech. Give them a compliment on the set and ask how they liked it, etc. To see if it's something that's lacking or something the client just wanted something different. Okay, get it. I got it. Yep. Lucky for me, when they cheat, they complain about the experience, how the other nail techs didn't last. They always come back. Isn't that interesting? Delightful. Okay, those were all good. That's all good input. All good input. So, I don't really say what I'm thinking. I just want to see what everyone else is thinking. And then we're going to, I'll come in at the end. And if anyone has a quick little, online thing they want to talk about or a question they want to ask, they can do that once we're done here. So I'm going to move on to the next question. That was really good. So do you work over other technicians' work? Why or why not? Do you work over other technicians' work? Why or why not? Because I find that a lot of people don't. So I'm just wondering, do you? And why not? Okay. So I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. Don't be shy. No wrong answers. We're just seeing how people who really do this for a living, how we all think. So here we go. Okay, comments. Let's see. Do we have any new comments? Muni said, I was just talking to my client about this. I was reading the text message that came in. Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting topic, right? So, no, because most nail techs in my area are Asian and still use illegal products on nails, and I don't want any part of it. Okay. Nails by K said, I will, but I usually don't prefer to, especially if they're trying to hang on to 3 nails. Yeah, if you still got 3 nails, I'm charging you for a full set. So you want to pop them off or what? Because I'm going to charge you for taking them off. So you want to pop them off real quick? Because 3 nails is a full set to me. It's too much work to even try to save those 3 nails. They're hanging for dear life. It's a full set. I do, especially during the height of COVID. Okay. Artina said, I will, but I will not guarantee its longevity. Me neither. If they want an official Phoenix nail set that I will stand behind, then they must come soaked off or pay for a soak off and start fresh. Now, I got to say this. A lot of stuff you say, I'm not saying other people, but like you think a lot like me on stuff, but okay. I do if it's a walk-in, but for appointments. Wait a minute. I do if it's a walk-in, but for appointments. I'm not. Let me see. So you don't like to do it for your appointment, people. Okay. You said I do, but I'm starting to notice that if the tech before you does a bad set, no matter how much you try to fix it, it will still make the nails lift or have problems. Lauren said, not. I don't work over other people's work if it's an appointment. Okay. I will for a feel, but 3 nails, no way. Right. I would, but I will not guarantee the work. Yeah. If it's doable, Muni said, I always tell them, look, my products are top notch. I don't know if the other person's products are chinky. Chinchy? These people usually will become long-term. Because it becomes what? It becomes a learning. It becomes a selling experience, right? It becomes a selling experience for you. So it could work in your favor. It's true. So that was, do you work over other nail? Moving too fast. Do you work over other nail technicians' work? You said, I'm not afraid to say, look, you need fresh nails. I tell them too. And do you know, sometimes people will go back and forth with you. You got to be some type of special to be in this business. If you're scary, your clients going to run all over you, because people will run all over you in general if you let them. I've gotten into it with people. I know how to just back down and just be like, okay, whatever. But I'm going to save what I got to say. I'm going to save it. So in this case, let me see. I think I have one more question. I got one more question, and then I'm going to come in and say what I got to say. So I learned about how do you feel about it? Do you work over other nail technicians' work? Because if you see them out there and this person is saying if they come back to you, then that means that that person is coming back in her chair probably with someone's work on them. And that's why I said I need to ask that question, right? So did I ask this question? I don't think I did. So this is going to be my last, I guess, question. Here we go. Did I ask this? No. Do you tell her your true feelings? If so, how? Do you tell her your true feelings that you feel in some type of way? And if so, how do you do that? How do you do that? And this, I'm going to make this like the last question. So let me know. Okay, so do you tell this client your true feelings? Hey, Mindy Minds, you know, like, do you tell them how you feel? Do you say something about this? If you do, how do you do it? Just wondering. Do you tell this client your true feelings? If so, how do you do it? I'm curious. Do tell. I learn something new every day. You said it depends on the client. Some clients I'd rather fire anyway. We all got those. We all got those. I think that some people really think we need their money more than we do. And people say, oh, money is money. No, it's not. Money is money. And money is the same amount of money no matter who it's coming from. So it don't have to come from you. That's how I feel about it. So, hey, Tara, how are you? So nobody has really said anything on whether or not they would say something to the client and how they feel about it. No? No? I'm just wondering. I'm giving people a time to talk, time to type, rather. My scalp is on fire a little bit right here. Ooh, I tried to make sure it was straight. I asked it already. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I wasn't sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm tired. I'm really sleepy. And I think it's because I've been working out and it's just, it takes a toll on me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and just tell you, because I think, well, tell you what I think, because to me, it's like a really, really, really straightforward type thing. But let's get into it. So Artina said, not all money. It's good money, but I'm cool as long as it's not an issue with my coins. Laughing out loud. Exactly. So here's the thing. It's like, this happens to me a lot. Like I said, I have a book of over 300 clients. It's probably 400 people by now. I don't know. I haven't looked in a long time. Last time I looked at it was like 3 something. But, you know, people come in and people go out. So when I say I have a book of like over 300, like those are just people on the books. Now, of those people, I would say only like 25% are what I call die high. I put people in categories. So I would say die hard, real regulars. Some people think they're regular because they come to you for a minute, for like a couple of months, then they disappear. And then out of nowhere, you'll see them back in your books, you know, whatever. You know that this person keeps their nails done at all costs. I already know that they don't went someplace else. I don't really care. In my mind, I just put them in a different category. Like they're not a diehard regular. they're a regular who hops around. And I will say that it depends on what they're looking for in terms of designs usually. So a person might be, everybody has their own signature style of what they do and what they excel in. And so I just feel like your style, they may be a little burned out on it, and that's okay. That is okay. But they may be going someplace else because they might have run into a friend who has some dope nails and it's something that you don't do, like they draw scenery, they draw Bart Simpson, they do all that type of stuff, whatever, on nails, and they know you don't draw. So they started going to them for a minute, whatever. But then it's like they learned that they can only draw, but they can't come up with anything else that's like you got bored with all the drawing or whatever. Or they notice after going to them for a month or two or whatever, that their nails don't last. So while the designs may look good, and usually I'm gonna tell you this too, what gets a lot of clients from bouncing around is that they look at stuff on social media. So they'll look at something on somebody's Instagram and want to go, but in person, the work never hardly ever looks as good as it does on social media. And that's because people, I keep telling clients, and they have to learn the hard way. A lot of people put filters on their stuff. They start messing with the contrast and all of that and the sharpness of the picture, and it gives the different looks. They're playing with the lighting. See, I have different light sources. I have a light right here. I have a light right here. I have a light right here. You can play with lighting sources, and you can manipulate how pictures look. So you can make things look more crisp. You can make things look more detailed, so a person will quickly realize that, while it looked that good on social media, they got to the person, went to them a couple times, it's like the work was cute the first time, but then after they looked at it, it was like, oh, was it worth paying all this money? Because it's not exactly what I was expecting to get. And, it's not necessarily a money thing all the time. So they'll end up coming back to you because ultimately what they thought they were getting from on the internet didn't look the same. And then usually, sometimes the quality of acrylic is not the same. They notice that the nails are lifting and popping up after 6 days, stuff like that. So they end up circling back around to you. So you have to just let those people do what they're going to do because they're going to do it anyway. And it's their money, it's their money. Then you have those tier one people. The tier one people are the people that's never going to go to anyone. You will be doing them for 20 years, 15 years. Even if you mess up on their nails or you do a design that they don't necessarily like, they still will be like, oh, don't worry about it. It's cool. I'll rock it. They're gonna stick with you no matter what. But most people in this world, period, on a personal level, and this is business, are not as loyal as you probably would be. And we're just dealing with human beings. So it's just like, my answer is, I'm not gonna lie to you because I like to keep it real. When I see something like that, initially I am a little like clutching my pearls a little bit. Sometimes I do clutch my pearls a little bit for a second, but then I come out of my feelings. You know why? Because I know how to brand myself. And usually, number one, I know they're going to come back eventually because they always do. Or I know how to, if I feel like I want to put some more people in my books or get some new rotation in, I'm branded enough where I can do that. I haven't marketed myself in a year. You look at my Instagram, those of you who follow me, I haven't marketed myself in a year. I don't have to, but if I need to, I know exactly what to do. And I will see some results from it within 10 days. Do you have the book? Just asking. But so it's just like different people. So you'll have a clientele, and most of those people are not what you call 100 ride or die loyal. Only a certain small percentage are going to be like that. The rest of them are loyal, but they will hop on you. They will. They're going to do that. My feelings are hurt a little bit for a minute. It's like my heart skips a beat, like for a second, but then it's just like, okay. When I see the nails and people come back in my chair, because I do work over other people's work. So if they're cute, they're cute. And I'll be like, oh, they're cute. And I can always tell. if a person went to a discount salon or to a non-discount salon. The work just looks different. And I can't explain it, but you have to be seasoned enough to know. I can tell what I'm working with, and I will work over it. If it's a mess, I will tell them, you need to soak out. But if I can save it, I can save it. But what I tell everyone who comes in here with somebody else's work on, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not guaranteeing it because I don't know what they use. Another thing, I don't like soaking off other people's work. I will soak off other people's work, but I'm going to charge you. And I'm going to charge you a little bit more. I am. because really you should have went someplace else and had it soaked off. But I got to soak it off. See, soak offs are a lost leader for nail techs. We don't make money off soak offs. Soak offs are a waste of time for us. Okay. Even when you go into a discount salon, they don't like soaking it off because ain't no money made on soak offs. So I really don't like wasting my time soaking off somebody else's work. Okay. Soaking off somebody else's work is me wasting my time. I don't know what I'm about to get into. And you're sitting in my chair taking up my time and my products, and I'm not making any profit off of it. So that's why if I do it, I'm going to charge you. And even with my nails, I'm going to soak you off to soak off my nails. The soak off is period. You're going to get charged for it. But if I'm soaking off somebody else, that is the reason why. Because you're making me do something that is making me no money and taking up my time. And I keep saying it 3 times because people feel some type of way when I charge soak off other people's work. I might charge you $20 or whatever, but understand that $20, it usually it's still gonna take me like an hour, and my phone is dying. It's gonna take me like an hour, 45 minutes. It just depends on what's going on, especially if the person got long nails and they're trying to save their nails and all that. Now I gotta be careful soaking off. I can't cut it all the way down and soak it off. I gotta soak off all of it and carefully scrape it off. You just took an hour out of my time on my slot. You gotta pay me something, and even $20 in an hour is still like the bare minimum. So, I really don't even like to fool other people's work, but I will. Okay. You said so true. I do not use filters. It's either flash or no flash. I don't really use filters. I will play with lights, but yeah, that's why I put a video too. If you look at my page, I always have one still picture, then I have one video, because the video, it's going to tell you what it really looks like in real time, even though there's a way to manipulate that too. But, that's one thing. So people are hopping around based off of pictures that they seen online. Okay. So and everybody is not going to be that A1. Like sometimes it's nothing personal. It's just like they want something different that you don't do. And somebody said that earlier. You said, how do I feel about working commission? Okay. So that we're going to talk about. If you have a question after we're done with the case study, I'll go to that. You said, I do work over other people's work. It's just not guaranteed. If I have to fix the shape, I'm charging more. Yeah, definitely. Anytime I'm working and reshaping and resurfacing the nail, I'm going to charge you a little bit more. Cut downs, all that. And people don't understand. They think we're just being greedy, but they don't, because they're not the expert. We are. We know that cuts into our time. Okay, we gotta do extra concentration, extra drilling, extra filing, hold it different ways, make sure it look right, and transform somebody else's work. Yeah. So you say you just informed it's not your norm. You said you're new to the nail game, and I'm 30. I just found your channel. I love your advice. Oh, thank you. Good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that was the first part of that. And what I want to do is I want to tell you a little story, because I'm going to tell you my most recent time this happened to me and what happened. I have a client. I've been doing her and her family for 30 years, since high school. So I started out doing her mother's nails, and now I do her daughter's nails, which is crazy because we went to high school together, and I've been doing her since high school, and now I do her children, which are, some of them are grown. But the daughters, I just, one of them, they pop her in and out my chair. And so this last time they came, one of them came, and I noticed, and this has happened more than once, but I'm gonna find out what's going on. So this last time I did question her. I don't feel no type of way because I'm kind of used to it with them, but I just want to know and confirm. So I said, well, she was telling me, I said, I haven't seen you in a while, girl. What's been going on? Where you been going? I know you've been getting your nails done. What's going on, girl? She was like, yeah, I went. And she was forthcoming. She told me she went to 2 different people. And so she told me she went to one girl, and she complained, like somebody said earlier, she complained about the work because her work looked good online. She went, the girl was late showing up. She got there, and she had a nasty attitude. And she was like, she charged me all this money, and the work was all right, but it didn't even last. So she complained about the first girl. The second girl, she said, what did she say about the second person? I forgot. The second person was really, really cheap. The second person was really, really cheap, and she was kind of new. She's like, she do all right work. I ain't hardly pay that much. So it was cool. But, as you can see, I did a fill-in on her, on the last person she went to. So she was like, so as you can see, though, she was missing like 4 nails. So I was like, oh, okay. So I kept doing her, and I was like, how long you got it done? She was like, it was like 2.5 weeks ago. So she was already missing like 4 nails 2.5 weeks later. So she back in my chair. So I just kept doing her, and I was explaining. I said the same thing, like, I'm gonna fill them in. I don't know what the girl used or whatever. I said, but I can't guarantee how they're gonna stay because I don't know what technique she uses or anything. I said, but you should be good. So I don't want to scare people because I usually, when I work over other people, when I work on other people's work, usually if I can transform it, it's gonna stay. And matter of fact, I have people that have on sets that started with another technician, and I've worked on it so much that it's grown out. And I'll show them when I'm filling it in. I'll be like, look at that. You see my work, and you see the tip. You can see the difference, like the line of demarcation where the old work was. It's almost off the nail. They'll be like, yeah, I can see that. Wow. And it's in perfect condition. So it's just like it challenges you as a nail tech, and it makes you more, gives you more expertise and skill. And that challenge is good because not everyone is gonna want to soak off it. So I always suggest that if you can, try to work over other people's work, even if you have to clip up some of it on some of them. Just try to work over it because that's a selling point for you to tell people and to show off your skills. Like, but charge them correctly. Now, charge correctly for that because that's a lot of extra work. And I'll say something too, like sometimes when I'm doing that type of fill, I'm like, oh God, this is a lot of work. So I got to transform this. It's a way to say things in a good way, but you want them to know, like, hey, I'm working. So you go ahead and you do that, but you charge them and you kind of put it in their ear that you really are really giving them your best. Okay. So that's that. So let me get back to the girl. So I asked her, I waited a few minutes. I said, I was internally saying, like, should you say something? Should you say something? I want to know. So I said, so what made you come back to me? I just said. So I said, well, shoot, if that girl did it so cheap, then why you didn't go back to her? You know what she said to me? She was like, she didn't even hesitate. She did not hesitate. This is what she said. She laughed. She was like, because I knew your work was going to last and I know what I'm getting. She said something to that effect. What did she say? She said, because I know what I'm getting and I know your work going to last. That's exactly what she said. That is what she said. And I said to myself, see, ding, 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 ding. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So this is why I tell you this. Don't worry about people bouncing around because if you're good, you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, you're communicating your expertise to people. You got a good environment. You got to outplay movies usually on my phone for them. I got snacks. People know it's like certain things. It's a routine. They know I got the scrub when you're done. They know I sell the scrub. They know when they walk out the door, they grab candy. I got a whole routine going. I give an experience. Even though I'm not in the space I really want to be in, this is just a temporary situation right here, but I'm making it still work for me because that is how you keep clients. Even the people that bounce around from chair to chair to chair to chair. She knew, even as a young girl, that she can go here, pay a lot, going off of Instagram and thinking she's going to get something was highly disappointing. And even if the girl's work, she said it was okay, but the girl was late. The girl had nasty attitude. And it just wasn't what, it didn't look as good as the pictures. That's one. Then on the other end, this girl really cheap. And the work looked good, but it didn't last. They still end up in your chair. So you don't necessarily have to be the best at everything. But as long as you got a good, steady knowledge and skill set, you're consistent in what you do, they will always circle back around to you. And those people who do not circle back around to you, don't even take it personal because they don't circle back around anybody. They go where they can go. They go where they can go. They go wherever. They came to you one time because they had a couple of extra dollars. And what you're going to find right now, too, I hope my phone don't down me. What you're going to find right now, too, is that everybody rich right now. Okay? Everybody are rich. Everybody. When I tell you everybody is rich right now. I went out for my birthday and this girl hollered and screamed out in the restaurant telling everybody in the restaurant how her friend rich. Because she got what? A stimulus check and she got her income tax. Do you hear me? She got the stimulus and the income tax. So she had to scream out in this nice restaurant letting everybody know that her friend is rich. So this is the mentality that we're dealing with right now. Everybody walking around balling. So you will find a lot of people in your chair trying to hop in your chair right now, trying to get the absolute most on their nails. They're going to be getting stone on top of stone. They're going to be showing you all these pictures off of Instagram. All this because they have money to spend. So it's income tax season and it's stimulus. Daddy Biden done spoiled his children. So It's about to be a mess out here. Do not expect to keep those people as regulars. They are just spending because they rich right now. Okay? So I still tell people to stay on top of your branding, figure out what it is you like to do, what you feel like you do the best, and kind of stick to that. When all these extra people come flowing to your chair, if you're marketing yourself properly right now, when you get all this extra business, go ahead and grab that money. Grab that money. But I wouldn't put too much stock into it right now, like the people that are kind of all these new people that may hop in your chair. What else was I going to say about that? Oh, I just don't worry about it. What I do know is that my regulars, I can tell you like clockwork when they're going to book. I'll say, I'm just going to use the name Kim, Nails by Kimberly. I'm just going to say Kim. I'm going to be like, it's time for Kim to come. I kid you not, within 24 hours or 48 hours, Kim is booking. Those are the people I'm trying to satisfy. Okay? Those other people, you do what you do. Don't let them make you feel like you don't do enough. Because those people sometimes just want a little something different. So you might not do, like, I don't really fool with color acrylic too much. I can do it, but I don't want that on all my clients' nails. It's too much to deal with and they're not going to want to pay. And it's just too time consuming, and it's very limiting to what you can do with the set. So I don't fool with it too much. I can, but I don't market it and put it out there that much. Those people may want some color acrylic because they've been seeing some stuff online. So they will go to a nail tech who all their sets, if you look on their page, all of them are color acrylic cut, hashtag no polish, They have those type of designs. They don't even work with gel polish. They only work with color acrylic. So they may go there for a minute. But eventually most of them will circle back around to you. So yeah, it stings, but I get over it. It stings, but I get over it. And Muni said, absolutely, perfect opportunity to sell yourself. So I do suggest, you don't have to, but you try to work over other people's work. But what you do is you use it to educate them and to show them why you are different from other technicians, that they have someone who's really, really skilled at what they do. You said my polish game is horrible. I'm trying though. And that's one of the videos I need to record. I said I was gonna wait till I move. It's been a bloody murder trying to find some place to move to. But I said I was going to make a simple video on polishing because I was talking to another aspiring nail tech yesterday, and most of you all that are new can do acrylic, but you can't polish. And I'm like, you got to get the basics first, because there's a difference between being an acrylic artist and a nail tech. A licensed nail tech has to know how to do it all, so you survive when acrylic falls off, because it does like this, and or something new comes in like minks or whatever back in the day. So you have to be able to polish a nail. A lot of people say, I want to work for agency and all that. When the world gets back to normal in a couple of years, it's going to take a minute. Agencies and all of that are going to start popping back up. A lot of them are shut down during the pandemic, like put the nail on the coffin. But they're going to start to come. A lot of new agencies and stuff are going to pop back up. They're not looking for acrylic people. If you can't do spa quality manicures and pedicures, you will not ever work for an agency. You're not. So you want to know it, because it opens up so many doors. You would never be able to go work at the spa, your high-end salon. I mean, the spa in town in the high-end area. You can't work there just saying I know how to do acrylic. They don't even have that type of clientele. So the manis and pedis are key, in polishing perfectly is key, and making it last. Can you make nail polish last 2 weeks? Do you know how to make a manicure nail polish last 2 weeks? So it's good that you even know that, but just keep trying. I'm going to come out with a little video. It's going to be a class. It's going to be like a little class, but it's going to be like really cheap. But it's really some techniques in how to do the perfect polish. Really quick. Really quick. And if you learn how to polish nail polish, you do the same with gel. You just need a different technique, because it's all about angles and pressure. And I have to tell you, but it's a rocking. People think I'm shaking. And I always tell people when I first start polishing them, I said, it looks like I'm shaking. I'm not shaking. I'm rocking. But they don't know it. They don't know it. It just looks like I'm nervous. And I'm not nervous. I'm doing something. I'm doing something on purpose. And I can get it perfectly covered. And I can literally polish a person's nails. Your goal as a nail tech should be to polish a person's nails in 3 strokes. Center, side, side. Center, side, side. But there is a technique that goes along with that. And I always know when a nail tech can't really polish because they just be stroking, over stroking a million times. No, they don't have control over their brush or their polish or product brush ratio is off, and they don't have proper pressure. So it's actually a real technique that I wasn't taught this in school. This is just something that I've learned over my 30 plus years in the industry. Now 32 years in the industry. It's just a technique that will have you, oops, I'm going to get to it. I know. Every time I put acrylic on nails, I think of you and you saying that we're doing more work when we apply color acrylic instead of polish or gel. It's not, let me find my charger because I don't want this to go dead. It's not that. It's not you're doing more work putting the acrylic on. I'm going to tell you where the more work comes in. Hold on. For the record, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it one more time. I like color acrylic. I like color acrylic. The problem is that it's limiting because if a person gets red, pink, yellow, and blue, some type of color acrylic on there, some type of cute design, pink and blue, let's just say a person does, it's beautiful. A pink and blue ombre nail, right? Okay, the problem is when you go and the person gets that, it's beautiful that day. But when they come back, they say, oh, I want to polish yellow. This is what the work about coming. Because they no longer want the color, but it's on there. That's permanent. And now you're trying to put yellow. So how are you going to put yellow over pink and blue ombre? One or two things are going to happen. You're going to have to drill down all that acrylic and try to overlay it with white acrylic or something to cover it. Or number two, you're going to have to try to put white gel on top of their nails and then put the yellow, and it still may bleed. And then now you got to put a million coats of gel to kind of cover the ombre because it's going to bleed through. Same thing with colors like light pink, white. So it's like once you do something like that, when they come back and they want something different, now you are doing more work as a technician trying to figure out how to cover up that permanent acrylic. That's number one. Number two, color acrylics are the least durable. Okay, the strongest acrylic is clear acrylic. Once you start adding pigments and things to the acrylic, it makes it a bit weaker. But if you're a good nail tech, that's not really an issue because I strengthen and everything. But I just don't want a whole clientele full of color acrylics because my specialty and what I do is not based around that. But you got some nail techs, if you like it, that might be your thing and you'll become known for that. And then that's okay. It's just that you're going to have to be more creative in how to keep filling in that person. Unless you're going to sit there and start drilling every time and now you're not really doing a fill in. Now you're doing a whole rebalance. Okay, you're doing way more. So you should be charging a way different price because the fill in is just drilling around here, around the cuticle area. And then when you start dealing with the color acrylics, they want something totally different. I see nail techs do it. I'm just like, I hope that their lady is getting her money because that's too much work for me. For that little money. But now you got to draw it down. So if they come back and say, now I want this red set with stones on them. Okay, now you got to go in, you got to drill all this down, this pink and purple, or try to drill off the clear layer so it won't be so bulky. And then you got to lay red acrylic over the whole nail. That's everything they're using more product. Because anytime you use color acrylic, you have to go and cap it with some white, some clear. So now your fill-in becomes basically you laying a thin new set on top of an existing set. And so to me, it's not a fill-in anymore. I just don't want to get into it with people that deep because it's going to get technical on my end because I always want to be paid for the amount that I do. And that's going to take way longer, and time is money. So I don't know. Every time I put acrylic on nails, you said, so we're basically overworking ourselves. If you're charging a regular fill-in price and you're going over a color acrylic, just depending on what you're doing, you probably are. Probably are overworking yourself. I'll do a fill-in in 40 minutes. Really more like 38 minutes or something. By that time, I'm ready to put the design on. And I'm not going to wait. This is another thing that nail techs do that waste a lot of time. Waste a lot of time. You all wait until you're finished with the complete set, and then you start talking about what you want. That conversation should already be happening while you're working. And if you stop and you wait to even see what they're thinking when you're finished with the set and you're ready to polish, now you add on 10, 12, 15 more minutes for them to pull out their phone, start showing you pictures. As soon as the person comes through the door, you should already be trying to see where their head is at. They thinking green. Then you start asking, okay, well, have you been pulling up some stuff? You've been saving some stuff off Pinterest, Instagram, what you think? You think of stones today? And if they don't really know, I'll be like, oh, okay. And then I'll be like, okay, well, I'll just start like just talking to them about different things I've been seeing, whatever. It's what I'm saying is by the time you get ready to polish them, you should already have some idea. If they can't come up with anything, you should already have been working in your mind while you're working on them, thinking of what you want to do if they can't come up with something. Okay, so when it's time to polish, I'm cleaning those nails off, wiping them down. I'm ready to go, because little stuff like that is what is why I'm hearing nail techs that are taking 3 hours to do a set. A 3-hour set better be $100 and something set. So I don't know. I just had to say that too. You said you never thought of it that way. Yeah, I'm just throwing out things I've been through throughout the years. Can it be a Zoom class? It's going to be a class that you purchase. Just like I have a class right now on acrylic. I don't know if you know, it's called Perfect Acrylic Every Time. And it's a online class. If you purchase it, it downloads instantly. So you can purchase it 24 hours a day. And then there's a book too, but I'm trying to look for the acrylic class. Here it is. So there it is. Great Acrylic Every Time. That's a class, and it actually has modules to it, like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and all that. So this will be a class like that, kind of going step by step, and you can take it at your own pace. You can replay it as much as you want, So I know what you're talking about. Okay, yes, only 3 strokes. Yeah. Oh Lord, please come out with this class. Yeah. It depends on if the person has like a big nail bed or not, but technically you want to be polishing people's nails in about 3 strokes. And if you are doing other strokes, it should be no more than 5, just depending on the color, because sometimes you're dealing with pearls, and that's going to be a part of the class too, because it depends on if it's a cream flat color or if it's a pearl, because pearls and metallics, you want it to look smooth, and sometimes it starts to show different grooves in it, so then you'll have more strokes. But this is a real skill, y'all. Like, and it does play, it makes a difference. Filing it off every time, yeah, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. And I don't even want a clientele where I gotta sit there and do all that. That changes the whole way I do nails. That changes my whole damn schedule. I will have to go into my booking system and change the timing for each. And my days are sometimes too tight for that. And I would have to change my prices for show. Or maybe they just soak off every time they come in. And see, that's another thing. I don't want a book full of people that's soaking off all the dang on time. I don't have time for that. And like I just said earlier, soak-offs don't make money. So why would I do something that's going to cause me to have to add something into my books that don't make me money? For me, it doesn't financially make sense. That's why I kind of stay away from it. I can do it, and I do it on some people sometimes, but I never wanted a clientele full of all that, because it's so much that come along with messing with all those full acrylic. They are beautiful, but I swear to God, it will mess with my money if I did it all the time. On my first vacation of doing nails full time, you said on my first vacation of doing nails full time, and I'm so proud of myself. Now I'm here getting my life from my nail mentor. Period, sis. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I just came off my little staycation vacation too. Just being a little nail tech. You all can do this. Yay, Marisha. You all can do this full time as a nail tech, but you got to learn the business. And then a lot of times, a lot of you all are talented and you're not making the money that you should. And it ends up becoming a side hustle. But it can become a business where you're making more than everybody around you. But you just have to think about these things that we're talking about. And like this case study, you don't feel no type of way when people bounce around, because you just put them in the right category. That's all you gotta do. Put them in the right category. That's it. That's all. So I'm gonna give people a chance to ask a question. I'm gonna take a quick question, and then that'll be the end because I feel like I want to make these not too long. But I went off on a rant on that. So does anyone have any questions really, really quick? A general question, that's fine. And then we'll answer that.
Now available at www.shecagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.shecagobeautysource.com.
Oops, it clicked off. I think I accidentally clicked it off. I'm working off my phone today. So, yeah. So I think that's it. To that person, don't feel any type of way. I mean, we're human, so you're gonna clutch your pearls a little bit in the beginning, but after that, it's just like, just realize that's what that person does. And if they don't, unless you notice that they're sitting in your chair always like being nitpicky, then you're not satisfying them some type of way. And that happens too. But if you're doing all you can do, then let them go move around. Just get money. When they come into your chair, you get the money, and you know you're doing what you can do. That's all you can do, right? Shit. That's all you can do. That's it. That's all. How do you feel about working commission? Commission is fine. Commission is fine. Because there are some pros and cons to all of them. So with commission can be a good thing because number one, I want people to understand something about commission because they get a little twisted, and salon owners need to do better clarifying this. When you work on commission in the salon, usually, not 100%, but usually those are not your clients. And that's the one thing that they do not clarify. My big salon in the West Loop area was a commission salon, and I paid a paycheck every week. Those were not their clients. Those were my salon's clients, my clients. Why? Because I had you came in on a certain day, and I already had your clients lined up for you. So you come in just to service the clients. Plus, I supplied all the supplies. I paid the money for the supplies. I paid the money for the marketing. You know, I processed your payroll. So those were my clients, and you were servicing them. Now, that got a little sticky sometimes because I had some girls who were really good, and they had their own personal clients that would come in, and they were their personal clients that they were bringing to the salon. And so I've had a side discussion with them, and I just try to be fair, but I got to be fair to me, but I want to be fair to you too. So I would pay them a little bit more commission on those, but most salons will not do that. Just because I'm a nail tech myself, I understood where they were coming from, but understanding the commission salon, even when you bring your own clients, they're usually not going to give you more. My two top girls, I did give them more commission. So if their commission was 50, I'm just throwing this number out there, 50%. On those people that they brought in that I knew were their regulars, I started giving them 55%. Just to be fair. But do not expect that because most salon owners do not care about you like that. Number two, in a commission salon, you cannot solicit the clients to come with you if you go someplace else. You can be sued. Okay? I've never really seen it happen. But I have seen people be warned, like, if you do that or whatever, we're gonna come after you. Yeah, I have seen that happen. And I'm gonna tell you, in my place, when you came in, you had to sign an agreement. And I had a handbook, a whole book. You had to go through a test and all that and be ranked on what your commission was gonna be. You had to sign that you understood that, like, even when you moved, you could not move within so many square miles of me. Like, I think it was 5 square miles. And so if you left my commission salon, some people may not agree, but I'm a businesswoman and business is business. And this is the way it should be done if you want to protect your business. You cannot move within, I think it was 5 miles of me. So if you move to another salon, you can't move to the salon around the corner. You can't move here, you can't move there. You can do whatever you want to do. But if you did, then I could come after you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, be careful with that. And I got that from working for Elizabeth Arden, because when you left there, you were not allowed to work within a 5-mile radius of them for a year. And the reason being is to protect their clientele that they spent money on building. And so, you know, people will try to be slick and do stuff like come into a commission salon and do the salon's clientele, and then they get a little relationship with the salon's client, thinking it's their client, and then they start saying stuff like, you know, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, nails by Kimberly. Follow me on. I'm not saying it's you, girl, but I'm just saying, follow me, nails by Kimberly. And then the client just picking up their phone. So while you're doing their nails, the salon owner can't tell what you're doing in the salon. They just see the client on their phone, and you're telling them to follow you. So what you're doing is you're stealing clients. So that's the reason why salons are having certain rules in place, because technicians try to steal clients. So commission is a good thing, but I just want people to be clear about what they're getting into with the commission salon. Usually in commission salons, those are not your clients. Those are the salon's clients. And some people will say, well, it's not like that in Asian salons. But let me tell you something. Hold on one second, because I'm about to tell you something for real. And I know what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm still going to work out tonight, but I'm going to eat and stuff first. I'm not going to go work out till later, because the gym finally opened up 24 hours again, so I can go at like midnight. By the time I eat and everything, drink a whole bunch of water, this stuff will be out of my system, or I can just sweat it out. It'll be fine. So let me tell you something about the discount salons. You can steal them easier if you want to. But I'm gonna tell you something. They ain't gonna stay with you. They're gonna go right back to them. You know why? Because they're charging $28 for a full set. And then you're going to go someplace else and try to get your own loft or whatever, your own space. And your sets, now that you're not under the discount salon, your set that's better, more designs, you could take your time and do all this fancy stuff. But now your prices are in the $60, $70 range. They're going to pay it that one time. They may come back one more time. But they really met you over there at Lee Nails. And they used to spending more in the $30 range, the $30, $40 range. So while they like you, even if you are successful in stealing them temporarily, they're not going to stay with you. So if you're in that salon, more than likely the discount salon clients are not going to be worth your energy, because most of them are not going to want to jump up that much in a budget. They're not going to want to up their budget that much. So how do I feel about commission salons? They're great. They're really good for you to be around other people, to learn from other nail techs. It teaches you a lot about salon life. I think anybody who wants to be in this career path should move around and work in different environments, because it'll teach you more about how this business goes. If you move right out of school into your house, you don't learn that much. All you know is all they taught you in school, which is usually not much, or the basics or some stuff from 20 years ago, and you don't know anything. You need to get out there and experience different things. So commission is good. If you go into a commission place, you still need to be building your own personal clientele, because those are technically, in most cases, not your clients. The other thing with the commission salon, a lot of places will offer you an hourly pay. So I've been places where it's like, we'll pay you 90, if you work 6 days, let's just say, because we work hard sometimes. If you go to an Asian salon in a good area, or discount salon, whatever, depends. I'm going to use discount. You go there and they want you to work 6, 7 days a week. That's the norm for them, okay? If you go there and you work 6 days a week, they'll give you $900 a week. No matter if you do not even just one person, they're still going to give you $900 a week. But they tell you that because they know they're going to work you to death. But even when it's slow, or it's a slower week, sometimes that works to your advantage. So it's like, it just depends. If you go to a non-discount salon and you are commissioned, they're going to really be pushing you to do a lot of retail sales and a lot of upgrading, but it's still going to build your skill in how to deal with a different client who's more particular about their nails. Because a lot of us think our work is on a level that is not, especially if you can't polish. You will learn a lot working in certain haji-paji areas with these soccer moms in a commission salon. They will teach you how much you don't know, because they will pay top dollar and they will tip you, but they want perfection, honey. And they want you to have them in and out because they always got to be somewhere. They always got to go. The John is waiting on me. We're going to dinner. We're going to this function, or they got to pick up the child or something. Yes, so commission is a good thing, and it's different types and levels of commission. You discount commission. You have higher end hodgy-podgy soccer mom places that will also put you on commission. It just depends on which one you want to go with and which one you're ready for. So I hope I answered that question. Kimberly, Marisha said, because I get used to my new clients and their energy, and sometimes new clients have horrible energy. Yep, I had one recently, and I told her we're not a good fit after one visit. And I don't be wanting to be bothered. I do it. Yeah, I'll do it. But if they start bothering me after that, like giving me a hard time, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be bothered with you. Keep your money. I'm looking at a spot in the Reno area, paying hourly plus tips. It's in a very high-end area. That's going to be good. So in those places, they want you to move fast. They want you to move pretty fast, not like you're rushing, give a good experience. So hourly plus tips can be good because that's not going to be a place where you're doing acrylic and designs, okay? And that's why I was telling somebody yesterday, I said, you too stuck on acrylic and designs, honey. If you want this as a career, you got to get your man out, just do it. Okay? Where you're going, it's not going to be probably not acrylic and design, especially in a high-end area, because high-end or ladies who have that type of lifestyle, they don't wear that stuff at all. If they do, they definitely don't want designs. If you put one stone on them, they will be like, oh my God, let me take a picture and send it to my girlfriend. But anyway, hourly plus tips can be good because that's where your skill, it has to be on point with that polishing and swipe, swipe, swipe. Boom, 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 boom. Because you should be able to do 2 people in an hour, no matter what it is. You should be able to do a mani-pedi an hour, or 2 manicures an hour, or a pedi and a gel mani and pedi. They're going to give you an hour and a half. So if you, let's just say if they're paying you, I'm just going to throw out $10 an hour. $10. How much is it? We're going to say $10 an hour just to be safe. So $10 an hour, it sounds low to a lot of people, but that's where your timing comes in. So $10 an hour, you should be doing a gel mani-pedi in an hour, 15 minutes. Yeah, because everything is set up a certain way. Everything is usually in high-end spas. Everything is very minimalistic. Everything has a certain place in every station it has to be in, and everything is clean and ready to go. So it's all on you. So an hour, 15 minutes, gel pedicure, you on point. Okay, so now you just made how much? $12.50 in an hour and 15 minutes. But that person on a gel mani-pedi, even though you only made $12.50, they should be tipping you at least $15. So now you just took your pay. And in a high-end spa, that's why I be looking at people like, you don't tip and you got me doing $100-some worth of work. You don't even give me $1. You don't know any better. I'm going to leave that alone, but I'm going to come back to this. So $12.50. That person in this type of environment, though, is going to tip you $15. I promise you. So now you just made from $12.50. Now you're making $27.50 an hour. So don't sleep on these salaries that are low or these hourly pays that you think are low. If you know what you're doing, you're really good with natural nail care, you can make a lot of money in these type of salons as well. And so that's an hour and 15 minutes. Now you have 45 minutes left in the second hour. So that second hour, they should have you booked probably with another gel pedicure, right? So then you just made $27.50 over here. Now you go right in and everything is like a well-oiled machine. So you should be setting up real fast, cleaning it down, getting it ready. Hello, how are you, Marlene? Have a seat right here. What brings you here today? You have your color? Okay, would you like anything to drink? Okay, check the temperature. Let me know if it's okay. Does that work for you? Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab your lemon water. I'll let you soak a bit and we'll get started. Okay, fabulous. I'll see you in a sec. And then you come back and you do her pedicure in the other 45 minutes. So then you just made another what? How much? You just made another $7.50, but it was a gel pedicure. So even though you're being paid this amount an hour, that doesn't really matter because it's all about speed, professionalism, and efficiency in these types of places. And so you just made another $7.50 in that 45 minutes, right? Sounds low. Sounds low. But a gel pedicure with them is $57. So Maureen, or whatever her name was, is tipping you off of $57. So Maureen is going to give you an $8 tip at least. So now you just made another $15. $15. Wait, what did I say? What did I say, y'all? $7.50 plus $8, $15.50. So you just made another $15.50 after doing the pedicure. So this sounds low, but I'm just trying to tell you how it really goes in the high-end spas where they're paying you just $10 an hour. So you already made $27.50 plus you made $15. So in 2 hours, you made $27.50 plus $15. How much is that? $42. So you just made $42, $43, something like that. And that's just with the average tip in that type of place, because that is how those tips go in that type of place. So you just made $42 or so in, and excuse me if my math is off. You just made $42 or so in 2 hours, the first 2 hours of the day. You get it? And so usually in a spa environment, it's nothing for us to work a 10-hour day. So if you do the math and you take that $42 times 5, 4 times 5 is 200. So you still made a 200 plus day. And that's off of average tips. You get what I'm saying? Those are average tips. But really, there are going to be some people that just naturally over tip you. And you, especially your regulars, they'll give you $20 and $30 tips. So that's how you get into a day that's like $225 to $300 just on a regular day in those type of places. You see? So now you're averaging $30 an hour, somewhere up in there, $28, $26 to $30 an hour. You get it? And that's without you upgrading. That's without you upselling. That's without you selling any retail, because you also should be receiving money. You receive more money from that. And see, you said hourly plus tips. See, I personally don't like flat hourly. It should be some type of commission in there, because they will pressure you to start upgrading. They will pressure you to sell retail. So you have to ask those questions. Do I receive additional for upgrading? What do I receive? Do I receive some type of weekly bonus? Do I receive a percentage of retail? Those things add up too. So I hope that answers that question. I'm going to keep moving. So I think that was a really good question, just kind of explaining about the commission salons and how it goes, just an average, what you should be looking for in a commission type setting. And what happens is that was just going off a flat $10 an hour. Okay. So that was actually kind of low to say $10, but that's, I rather give you a low ball example than a high ball example of what you would want to expect. You said, is hourly in a spot a good starting point in my career? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because you'll see what you know and what you don't know, and they'll really sharpen your skills, because usually in spas, they expecting you to be like crisp and on point, because they're charging top dollar. So you have to be able to deliver top quality work, and also a top quality personality. Isn't that right, Maureen? All right, I'll be right back. You got to be able to do that. See how I switch it on? I can switch on hood. I can switch off hood. Whichever one. But it's different in a spa environment, because you have to have a certain je ne sais quoi. You have to be able to hold a conversation, keep these women, engaged. You have to kind of humble yourself and be able to flatter them without coming off as fake. It needs to come off as genuine. And you just have to really make sure that person feels comfortable and they're having the best experience. And then at that point, that's when you can start to ask for more money. After 6 months or so, you can ask for 50 cents. 50 cents may not sound like much, but it all adds up. You can just ask for different things, or ask for a little bit of commission off of this, or a 3% raise in commission. I prefer commission. I don't really like straight hourly pay. The discount salons will offer you a straight hourly pay. Like, oh, you work 6 days a week and we'll give you $900. That sounds good, right? I get $900 a week. You working 6 days, they're going to have you there all day, and they're going to make you do so many people. And if you did the math, you just barely made any money. It's like, it depends on the situation. You got to know how to work your math on this and know how fast you can move. So you said $10 to $16 an hour. Well, it can't be $10 to $16 an hour. That's too broad. Is it on the $10 side? Is it on the $16 side? If that's what the listing says on Craigslist, then if you're seeing something like that, that is, sometimes if you see something like that, don't think you're going to get the 16. The 16 is up there to make people go, oh, wow. But usually a person who's getting 16, they've been doing nails forever. And they're bringing clientele with them. They've been doing this for a long time. They're not giving a person right out of school $16 an hour. I can guarantee you that. You know why? Because most of you all move way too slow, and you're probably making me lose money, and you're probably just doing the leftover people in the beginning. Not saying you, but I'm just saying anybody watching this, like out of school, nobody's paying anybody $16 an hour coming through the door. It's going to be closer towards the 10 side. And don't be surprised if some places say whatever minimum wage is going to be the minimum wage. Now, what I will say is that a lot of places will offer you minimum wage plus a small commission. So it'll be something like whatever the minimum wage is plus 20% commission. And I like that too, because it forces you to move faster or to do whatever you need to do to become more efficient, because you can scale your money. That's why I don't like just hourly, because no matter what you do, it's just hourly and they control your schedule. But if you go plus commission, you can start upgrading, you know, and different things like that. So yeah, $10 to $16 an hour, that's a big jump. In the spa world, that's like night and day. So if you see something like that and you're new, look at the 10. I can guarantee you look at the 10. How do you feel about the saying amongst nail techs, all money, not good money? It's not. I feel like anyone in business, all money is not good money, because it will start to mess with your soul. It will start to mess with your overall well-being, and it'll make you hate what you do. So sometimes you just have to trust in the universe to bring you some more money. And if you know what you're doing, you know how to brand yourself, you're good at what you do, more money always comes. So no, all money is not good money. I definitely do agree with that. All money is not good money. So that's it. So I think I answered the questions for today. Oh, here go one. I'm a level up in life. Hi. I'm a server and I'm just getting into nails. I'm hoping my server experience will help me. It will. With customers when I become a nail tech. Yes. And I used to be a server for a minute back in the day. I used to work for Red Lobster. Yes. Yes, we have mashed potatoes, green beans. What do you want? Applesauce or a salad? Okay. Caesar, okay. Garden, okay. We have Caesar ranch, blue cheese, French. Which one? Thousand Island? Okay. Would you like water? I'll get some water, napkins, and biscuits right out to you. Again, my name is T. I'll see you soon. Yes, it helps. It will definitely help, because let me tell you something else. I'm so glad you said that. Hold on. It's a lot of nail techs that's good, or people in the beauty industry that's good. They're not making the money they can make because they lack personality. They're scared to talk to people. They're afraid of people. So people come to them because they're good, but the relationship is not a strong bond. I can be a smidge more inexperienced than this person, but my personality is going to keep this person strongerly. That is not a word. I'm going to have a stronger connection and what's the word? Loyalty from my customer than this person who's way better than me, because it's an experience. People want to come and they want to talk. They want to be heard. You got to just know what to do with people. And if you're a person that's just always got your head down, you're not talking and all that, you barely say anything, is that okay? Okay. You not saying anything the whole time. Even if you do good work, you have clients, but you can have more clients if you have more personality and you were more personable and you made it more of a pleasant experience, or a place where they can just talk and get away. Make them feel like they're sitting across from their girlfriend. If you don't have that in you, you got to work on that a little bit. Not saying you, but I'm saying that's a good thing to bring up because it works and it makes you more money. Any tips on how to get subscribers on YouTube? YouTube is a place. This is my second channel. I've been on YouTube now for 10 years, maybe 11, on and off. My first channel was good. The problem, YouTube has changed. YouTube really used to be a community of people who really just want to share information. Now it has turned into this whole thing where everybody's putting on such productions, and nobody even wants to look at your stuff. Your thumbnails are not right. It used to be a totally different place, a community. It's not even a community anymore. YouTube is a place, it's a sales platform. That's what it is. It used to be way more personal than it is now. I can't explain it, but it's different. So, tips for YouTube. First of all, don't do what everyone else is doing. People see beauty by Sheena, and Sheena got 1 million followers. So now everybody want to copy Sheena and do the same thing she's doing. Or if people, you look at what's her name, who eat all the darn crab legs. What's up, my beloved? Then everybody started popping up with the darn eating crab legs channel. They already did it. And then, like she made her millions or whatever. She said it. She made her millions. You need to be seeing where the gap is. Don't be a follower. Find out where the gap is. Because everybody, don't be a follower. Everybody over there doing that. If everybody talking about what's up, my beloved Lee's, and doing what she's doing, then you should be looking and maybe do something. If you see people have an interest in watching people eat and do the mukbangs or whatever, if you did that, maybe you should do it with, instead of seafood, do it with monster burgers. And every week you do a different type of burger, just doing weird stuff to burgers. Like this week we're going to stuff it with A1 sauce. Next week we're going to make a mushroom burger, all mushrooms. Let's do it together. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to find something, and you have to find your own niche within that. So that's why this channel exists, because it's so many channels out here with people doing designs. I feel like I don't need to do that, because you know what? A lot of these girls are great at designs and great at what they're doing, but I didn't really find much of anything on how to teach these girls how to make it a career. So that's why my channel started out one way, but it ended up being this way, because I felt like I was providing, I was solving a need. So the way to grow your YouTube channel is to solve a need, not to follow what everybody else is doing. And also you have to have patience, because everybody wants to think that they're going to blow up overnight. It does happen for some people, but those are usually the people that did something that nobody else is doing, and that's why they blew up overnight. If you want a channel that's more solid, you need to do something that is solving a need, and you have to be consistent. Like you have to, they tell you that, first of all, you need to watch videos like channels like Think Media. Think Media, they talk about different cameras, how to set up, and just, what it takes to really, they specifically have videos all the time, what it takes to grow your channel. They catch different trends. Number 2, you got to be consistent. Number 3, you cannot have a video with terrible quality. Back in the day, you can get away with it, but it's got to be some type of decent quality. So you got to be willing to invest. And number 4 is you got to understand that it takes time, because YouTube is overly saturated. My channel, and also you don't make money from YouTube until you reach at least 1,000 subscribers. 1,000. I think people wonder how many subscribers I probably have. I'm close to 10,000 subscribers. Yes. But I don't like posting those numbers, because actually a lot of social media is taking away numbers, because it's doing something to people psychologically. I want people to get the information. So my money comes from YouTube, but it really comes from helping people. So how can you help people? How can you be of service to people? If you're doing what everybody else is doing, okay, but how are you different? Why would people want to follow you? Do you have a personality? Are you able to speak up into the camera? Are you afraid to be yourself? You see, I ain't zhuzhed up today. I got all my gray hair showing and everything. I'm me, like people want to see something that's beneficial and authentic, because there's so much plastic out here. So, Yep. Hey, came late. Yep, you late, color box. You late. Quick question. How do you balance being a chatterbox versus a quiet mouse? I play movies on my phone. So on my phone, if you have Netflix or Amazon Prime or something, you can talk a little bit, but especially if you have a busy day and you got to stay on point all day and you can't talk that much because you slow down. That's me. I slow down when I talk too much. I play a movie. I always play a movie. 90% of the time when a customer is coming in, clients coming in, I play a movie instantly. While they're picking their color, I'm picking a movie. And I put it right up here in my ring light because I have an attachment in this ring light. This is a ring light. And I play the movie. So when I stop talking because I need to focus and move faster, they naturally gonna look. I have a phone thing to hold your phone. So I always tell them you can put your phone up in here. They'll go, oh, okay, because a lot of people don't realize it. So they'll start scrolling on their phone on the stand, or they'll just look over here at whatever movie I'm playing. So that's a trick that I have. You said, I love you, girl. I just subscribed and I shared your video in the nail group. Oh, ooh, girl, some of those nail people might not like me, honey. But thank you. You're awesome. Thank you. My personality gets people to request me at work. Yes, they will request you at work. They will request you if they like you. People are buying you because they can get their nails done anyway. For the most part, if you want to build a clientele fast, be yourself and talk to people. Now, what I will say though, now I'm going to say this because I've been in this business a long time. This is what you don't want to do. Because I've seen this too. I'll be going to smack the person. What you don't want to do is be one of those people who tell too much of their personal business, like, and start crying. Personal drama. Personal drama. Be careful of that. Because you will have some clients who will come sit in your chair just to hear your drama, but really you're their reality TV live and up front. Be careful about that because I've seen people do that. And you don't want your clients not having respect for you. I've seen nail techs telling too much of their personal drama about, like, on this level, like, girl, I caught him cheating. And I went over there and you know, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I busted his window, you know, and he knew I did it. I didn't care. And then I had just found out I was pregnant. I just found out I was pregnant like 3 days before. And you know, I just can't believe he did this to me. But you know, this is not my first time because I would have had 3 kids by him by now. I'm so glad I ain't have none of those kids because he get on my nerve. He a little baby, like a little beat, you know. And so anyway, girl, yeah. So what was you saying? They're like, oh no, the client gonna love it because it's their love and hip hop up close and personal. Oh my God. So what did he do when he found out that you broke the window? Well, he already knew. He didn't do nothing. So he know I don't play. So he better be glad he had his baby. And you just doing nails and you see with that now that right there, that's too much. That's too much. And that's too much. And that's not what you want to do. Because now you're making yourself look like an irresponsible person who got a lot of personal drama and stuff going on. And those people will come to you, but they don't really respect you. And that's what you don't want. So while you want to have personality and you want to be personable, be careful. If you are a person with a lot of personal drama, be careful with putting it out there to your clients because people are judging you, even though they're smiling in your face, they're judging you and they don't respect you. And you just don't want that because when you need to be professional and put your foot down on certain things, you won't be able to because they've already judged you to be like a ratchet person. And that's what you don't want. Just saying. Be careful. Being personable is different from being telling all your craziness. I talk to some clients on a real personal level, but none of them know everything. I also want to start my own affordable nail supply store, and I have no idea where to begin, vendor-wise, any information on that, or where to start. So did you look at my other video, one of my lives I did last week? Affordable nail supply store, that's going to be a problem. You should look at my last video where I just left out the nail supply store and I was telling you how it all breaks down and why we have to go to usually most of the time Asian nail supply stores to get the best prices because they control that market and bring that stuff from overseas. And so the only way that you can get something very affordable is still going to hurt you because you can go to larger companies that are based here in the US or whatever, have wholesale accounts such as OPI, Zoya, companies like that. They will give you a distribution pricing, but you're going to be very limited in what you're able to offer at an affordable rate. Other than that, you're going to have to go through them. And if you go through them, how is it going to be affordable for nail techs? Because we all go to them. So how are you going to go to them and get pricing that's going to be affordable to us? Because we both have the same supplier, because you have a middleman, which is them. And to go beyond them, then you need to, there is a way to do it. There's a way to do it, but you need to get a consultation, because it's a little deeper to go, and you need some money. You can't come in with no $5,000, $10,000. You need some real money to do it. There's a way to do it, but you got to have some money to play with to get pricing that's going to be affordable. So if you want to know more, whenever you're really ready, let me know and book a consultation. I can help you through it. The color box asks the questions, and you let the ask the question, let the clients talk. Yeah, that too. Don't be spilling the tea at work. Yeah, I tell some stuff, but I don't go into things that are like embarrassing or just too personal. Too personal, unless I just know them personally. Yep. And it does happen a lot. I've been next to nail techs. I'm like, girl, shut up. Are you serious? And the clients are just laughing and everything. They think they're being so entertaining. Or they'll come in like, oh my God, I was so drunk last night. Oh, right before you got here, I had to drink some coffee. And I'm, what you getting on your nails today? Oh my God, I just got in at 6 a.m. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. I went home, I took a shower. I told John to fix me some coffee and toast while I took a shower, and I ate that, and I just walked right out the door. Like, I'm here. I love you, girl. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, so what color are you doing today? What did you say? What did you say? Huh? What did you say again? Huh? They laugh and everything. They don't really respect you because you're coming off as unprofessional at that point. I'm telling you, because I've been around it so many times. I mean, nail techs that only do long nails XL lose out on money too. Yeah, because that's going to come and go. Right now, these long nails that the girls doing like this, that is not going to be around forever. I promise you it's not. It just came in like 8 months ago. And a year or so from now, that's going to go right back out. It all goes in cycles. So can you keep up with the cycle? Can you keep up with the cycles? I'm not saying it's not my style, but some of them sets be cute. I can do them too. But you got to know how to do it all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, yeah, Marisha, you got to let me know when you're really ready to do that, because I'm telling you, you need to go back and watch my last live. I'm not a negative person, but I am a realist. And some people might not like that because I say what it really is. If you really want to do something, you got to look at things realistically before you go spending your money on something that's not going to yield you a profit. If you want to yield a profit on something, you got to know the business you're getting into. If that's what you're trying to do, you need a consultation. You need a consultation because you have to understand the supply chain in the nail business, the supply chain in the beauty industry. If you don't understand the supply chain, it sounds good, but you got to know it. Okay, yeah, because that's a whole conversation. And to be honest with you, if that's something you really were wanting to do and ready to do, you would need to kind of bring me on as a consultant for a minute to walk you through that, because that's a conversation to explain it, but then it's a whole nother conversation to get you in contact with the right connections and to be in the right places at the right time. And, it's just like, it's not as easy as it sounds, especially because you said affordable. Anybody can sell stuff, but the supply chain is controlled by the Asians. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a way around it, but you got to be playing with some money. So that's it. I think that's all. It always ends up being almost 2 hours, doesn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and cook me something to eat and drink some water to flush this little wine out of my system. And because I am going to the gym tonight, but probably not right now, but later after I flush the wine out. And I got a couple things to do around here. So I hope that this was helpful. And I'm going to think of the next case study. I don't know what that's going to be just yet. I have a list here. But I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you soon. Bye.